Hi, this is Katie from the Girls Like Rock 2 podcast. Sarah and I are on our way to the Niagara Casino Fallsview Resort to see the Black Keys play tonight. Excited, Sarah?
Woo! Yes, Black Keys.
Enjoy our vlog.
Does it right.
Okay, Katie, the Black Keys in Niagara Falls.
That show was so good.
It was really, really good.
It was. When you mentioned to me a few weeks ago that you got tickets to the Black Keys and would you like to see them, I thought, yeah, why not? I downloaded Howlin' For You way back in the day when you bought songs off iTunes. I actually bought that song.
Oh, so it was worth your 99 cents?
It was worth my 99 cents. It might have been $1.29 at that point.
Ooh.
Back in 2010. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And so I've kind of heard their songs over the years, but seeing them live, just good old-fashioned rock and roll.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I really liked their minimalist stage setup.
Yeah. They
Like-
just had the Black Keys.
Yeah, in lights.
In lights.
Yeah.
And just it was an experience, like a rock and roll experience.
Well, that's the thing. It was really, compared to a lot of other concerts these days, really minimalist and had like a retro feel to it.
Yeah.
Like you almost felt like it was a smaller blues bar. Like
Yes. Yeah.
Because we saw them at the OLG stage in Niagara Falls. It's connected to a casino, and the capacity is 5,000.
Okay.
So not like a tiny venue.
No.
But it felt intimate. Like I said, it felt like a smaller blues bar. I don't know how they did that. They did that really well.
They did it awesome.
Yeah, the setup, it was not flashy, which I guess that
No.
is the Black Keys, but it still looked cool. Like it was
Yeah.
photo worthy. Like you still wanted to take out your phone and take a few
Yeah.
photos. 'Cause
And
it
they
looked
were
cool.
just cool. Like Patrick and Dan had their shades on,
yeah,
and
yeah, they did.
the backup band had a vibe. They had 5 musicians in the back. That was really cool.
They had a total vibe.
Yeah.
Those guys were totally vibing there on stage. And I liked how the drums were in the front. I've never seen that before for a stage
That was
for
neat.
a rock band. It makes sense because Patrick is one of the 2 Black Keys. So
Yeah.
I thought that before the show. I'm like, oh, I guess they will have him a bit more front and center.
Yeah.
And so he plays beside Dan. And it
Yeah.
just looked really cool. Like
It
the
did.
drums out in front, and then the
Yeah.
guitarists are a little bit more behind him
Yeah.
in the back. I thought that was really cool. And Patrick didn't really say anything. Like he doesn't sing at all. Right?
No.
He just plays the drums.
No, he just seems to play the drums.
It's just funny because I saw it because with Peaches, their new album out, I was watching a little clip. They were on Apple Music, and it's Patrick that spoke the whole time.
Yeah.
And like Dan didn't say anything. And it's totally flipped on stage where it's Dan that's really
Doing all the singing.
doing all the
Now,
singing and talking.
He is a man of few words on stage.
He is a
doesn't-
man of few
I don't
words,
think
yeah.
he really talked other than introducing the band members. And
Yeah.
yeah.
No, that's
But
right.
but it was a good show.
It was.
It
It
exceeded my
was.
expectations, to be honest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too.
Yeah.
Really stripped down rock and roll, but it never felt boring.
No.
They keep your interest.
They do.
They have a cool stage presence,
Yeah.
the Black Keys. And Dan, like, he had his own vibe.
Oh man, that outfit,
Like,
the striped pants with that belt,
that's a tough
and the
outfit
low
to
cut
pull
shirt
off.
with like the white tank top underneath.
Yeah.
But you pulled it off.
It was
Dan.
like a 60s, 70s vibe,
Yeah.
but updated. Like, it didn't
Yeah.
feel too retro. No, it was great. Set
Yeah.
list was really cool. And we actually went and checked out the merch. We didn't buy anything. but...
I FOMO. I should have bought that one shirt.
Well, it was like vintage vibe shirts. Like the
Yeah.
merch was really cool.
There was a really cool that Peaches tour one.
Yes.
Oh, I should have bought it.
Yes.
And then I looked it up on the website the next day, but they didn't have it on the website.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I missed out.
Yeah, no, they probably sold out because quite a few people were buying the
Oh, yeah.
merch. Wow, yeah, no, it was cool. I'm really, really loving their new album, Peaches. It's like all covers from like old blues artists from back in
Okay.
the day, and it's just like a lot more like bluesy rock and roll, kind of a vintage vibe, but definitely feels less polished than No Rain, No Flowers from 2025, which is
Okay.
their previous album, which I really like. But this one, and it's been noted in some like reviews, like really back to their old rock and roll vibe.
Well, what's interesting is after the show, I looked at the set list because I
Yeah.
wanted to listen to some of the songs, and their opening song was from like 2004.
Well, in this Apple interview I was watching, they were like, yeah, we've been together for 25 years.
Yeah, they were very young.
And I'm just like, how old am I? Like, I was just thinking, oh, they've been
Yeah.
around for like 10, 15 years. I'm like, the Blackies have been around for 25 years.
Well, I thought
Like,
so.
whoa.
I remember Brothers. That was a pretty
Yeah.
big deal. That was
Yeah.
2010, 2011. That was with Howling for You that I said I downloaded. I thought that was their like debut CD.
Yeah,
or
they-
debut album. I was shocked when I read that they had like 5 albums before Brothers.
yeah, they've had a ton.
Yeah,
of
and then El
albums.
Camino. That's probably
a
one of their
big
most
one.
commercially successful ones with
Yes.
Lonely Boy. And
Yeah, I think just with the new album, they were just kind of like screw it. Like, we're just going to do this blues
Yeah.
cover album. And it sounds
Yeah.
just like really intimate. And I really like it.
Yeah.
And it's very vintage because
Yeah.
it's like blues from, I don't know, way back in the day.
Yeah.
But I put here like it sticks out for me because it's not something you really hear right now.
No.
So with this vintage vibe, it sounds refreshing,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Like
What's
it
old is
just-
new again.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just unique given what else is out there currently. I'm really enjoying that new album.
Yeah,
it's great.
It's seeing them live really inspired me to listen to more Black Keys.
Yeah, if you haven't checked out Peaches, definitely check it out. And they're starting their tour. I think that was one of the first shows for
Okay.
their tour. So they're going to be touring the States.
Okay.
And I think they're also going to the UK and Europe. So check them out. We
Yeah, if
highly
you can,
recommend.
I totally recommend.
They're
If
a
you want
really
some
great show.
good rock and roll, you will
Yeah.
be in for a treat.
Yeah, it was really good. Thanks so much for listening, and we will see you in the next one.